Welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and I'm your resident chaotic crafter, and this is my February plans video. And there will possibly be some repeats in this video, as I am horrifically terrible at actually getting around to making stuff. My first order of operations today is to finish my stash and go bag. If you don't know what that is, you can catch it in my last video, and it is my handbag slash knitting crochet project bag within a bag, and it's actually coming really handy. I really love it. I am halfway through the tutorial, but I got a little bit like brain fog and I was like, I need to step away from this for a minute. So that is going to be my first order of operation, is to get that done and dusted and all the pictures and whatnot done. I struggle taking product photography at the same time as trying to make a video tutorial, because I get so wrapped up in the tutorial that I forget to take the pictures. So I need like to write myself a checklist of each photograph that I need. I need that written down. I realised I really need to lean into checklists. I need more checklists, because even when I was sewing my septet bags up, my project bags that I have for sale on my other Etsy, I just need a list. Even if it is as simple as cut out pattern piece A, sew pattern piece A to pattern piece B. Because if I get distracted by like listening to audiobooks or being on the phone, usually I'm on the phone while I'm sewing as well, I lose track, and then I'm like, oh no, I should have put those loops in, and I didn't, because it wasn't like that ingrained into me. So more checklists, which I hate the fact that I have to be so organised, but maybe this is just life. We are learning to be better people by having more checklists. Don't you just love being in your 30s and 40s? If you saw my last video, you saw that I made a baby blanket, and to go with this, we have this beautiful cotton jersey, and I will be making, I think I've 2 meters of this, a little baby hat, so cute, and a sleep gown. I'm not sure if I'm going to line it with the soft fabric yet. I think I possibly will, because it's winter, so line it with this really soft, beautiful fabric. Now I will do a video on that if you want, because it will be like a free pattern. I'll be using a envelope t-shirt pattern and extended it out into a sleep sack type thing. We had one for our little one when he was born, and it's really handy and like really easy, because it's long, you just pull them up if you want to change them in the night. And yeah, if we ever had another baby, I would use them again. And I think if I have enough fabric to then make some just little leggings, like honestly our little one stayed in onesies for like as long as we could stick him in baby grows. He was in baby grows. Like we did not have like loads of trousers stuff, so I think possibly making like some baby grows. Yeah, I think maybe a baby grow, because then it's something that is a keepsake. Like we have the first baby grow he was in, the one he came home from hospital in, and the organic one that I bought, the one he just looks so cute. So we've kept them, and then obviously anything I make for him now we keep, but it doesn't have the same like, oh, you know what they're like when they're babies and it's just so cute. So having something that like they can keep as parents to hand off to their child when their child will be like, hey, this is someone new who made this. I just think it's cute, and I genuinely do love making stuff for little ones, because it's always well received and appreciated, and yeah, it just brings me so much joy. It's such a palette cleanser as well. I am been commissioned to then make a mini pullable cracker as well. They have one of my original crackers, and I've been commissioned to make a little mini one as well. And do you know what? I have always wanted to make one and never really found a reason why. Like my little one's big enough now to be able to pull them apart, so I'm very excited to make one of these as well, because I just think it'll be absolutely adorable. So that should be all made in this month, because the baby is due this month, and get all that sent away. And any leftover fabric I think we'll make a couple of bibs up as well, because they're super handy, aren't they? You can't really go wrong with bibs, and especially if they're all cute and matching. Oh my god, I want a baby. So that is the first 2 things I need to get made this month. I am still continuing with my goal of getting better with applique, and I think I'm kind of in the mood for a new tote bag, like something like with a bit more elevated style in it, maybe quilted, maybe some outside pockets. Like, I know tote bags are super popular, and like after you stop becoming a new sewist, you kind of veer away from them. And I think I just want a new tote bag, something that I can just throw stuff in, but also practice my appliques. So I have, because it is the month of love, I'm going to try a few different heart methods. I think like maybe cascading hearts down into some outside pockets would look really, really fun. So hopefully we get around to doing that. And then I have this amazing thing my husband got me for Christmas, like unprompted, and I love it. And so these are all the patterns I kind of want to make, because you know me, I can't remember. I forget stuff all the time, right? I am in the process of making a planner so I can actually remember stuff, because, you know. And again, I've forgotten what I have in here. This is a bag pattern I am working on as a freebie. Another one. And more, because I want some pouches for a holiday I have coming up, and some makeup pouches and stuff like that. So this is the t-shirt pattern. It's by Waves and Wild. So that will be for the baby stuff that I'm making. That one's empty. So I have a few stuff I want to make for an AI video I have coming up. But what I do want to get around to is the Twig and Trail Trailblazer vest. I have it all cut out. I have the fabric. So hopefully I get around to that this month, because it'll be the perfect addition for this type of weather that we're in. And the Mimi D shirt and trousers. So the shirt is going to be from this brushed cotton, which I think is so soft and lovely, and it's just amazingly nice. And I've made a couple of shirts before, so I feel semi-confident with redoing that again. I don't think I'll get around to making my needle cord trousers this month, but I think that'll be a March project. And then the Trailblazer vest is out of this as well, which go really well with the Mimi G fabric, I think. I hope. Yeah, I think they'll go well together. And then, as always, I am still in the progress of making my dungarees, which I've had for years now. I've been trying to get around to this. I don't know what's stopping me, to be honest. The True Bias dungarees. I would really, really like to actually get them done. I don't know why I have this mental block with them, because I've made dungarees before. I think maybe just because they look a bit more of an involved make, it's kind of scaring me that I'm going to fail. Even though I won't fail, because I just have to take my time. That is my makes. I think for the next couple of months I actually want to get round to. But my priorities are the baby stuff and the Trailblazer gilet, because that just looks like a fabulous. I just really want it done. Even though I've not cut out the fabric yet. So what are your February plans? What are we all making this month? What do you have on your sewing machine? Let me know, because I'm always interested in adding more stuff to my ever-growing list of stuff I want to make. I'm going to take you down now. I need to repack my project bags, because my son, the light of my life, the absolute gremlin that he is, he loves my project bags, because they carry all his teddies, all his owl family, and he's a fiend for stealing my project bags. And he's like, well, why don't you go use that bag and I can use this bag, because this is his current favourite. It's this massive project bag here, and it is massive. It could fit a ton in. Look how you've got pockets and loops and all sorts. So this is my bag that lives downstairs in the living room. So that's like my current project bag. So I want to share with you some recent projects I've casted on. I managed to get some socks finished last month. They only took 2 months to make. I know, given the fact they usually take 2 years, right, to actually get stuff finished. So we have this beautiful yarn, the Wool and Blend. Wool Blend. It is a medium weight 4, apparently, just like I'd say an Aran. It's Aran weight, but maybe a bit bigger. So I am knitting the Flax sweater by Tin Can Knit, and I'm testing out the app that they have. I've never really used the app before, and actually I am loving this. I've made a sweater before. I can't remember who the designer was, and it did not fit my son, even though I made age like 4 to 6 when he was like 2.5. And you know what? In a fit of like, oh, it doesn't fit anymore, let's donate it. I really regret this because it's the first first jumper that I ever made, and now it's just gone, and I don't think I have any pictures of it either. So I wish I kept it because it would have fit like a little one who was like 1 year old. So I kind of regret donating that, and I hope that it has gone on to lead a better life. So this is the progress we have made. It's not very much progress, but honestly the wool is an absolute dream to work with. It's so soft, it's so squishy, and when I tell you, it's been so hard for me to not buy more of this yarn to cast on my own jumper, because you know what I'm like, it takes me years to finish stuff. This jumper is my husband, so it's going to be quite big, and I want to get it done by Christmas. So I'm adding on progress keepers. I'm adding on like these little plastic ones because I genuinely knit with my own stitch markers. Which this features this garter stitch sleeve pattern. So I have a list of stitch markers now that I want to make up for like the beginner knitter who is starting to tackle this, because this is a free pattern and I think it's a perfect beginner pattern. But I do think if you're anything like me, you need a little bit more guidance. Stitch markers is the way to go with that. So I just want to keep track of how much I get done in each project each month, because I have so many projects on the go in all sort of forms of crafts. I don't feel like I actually get anything finished, but I do actually make progress and stuff. So I want to be able to keep track of that in 2025, and it's a good way of using up all these little stitch markers, right? So that is one of my projects, and I'm knitting that on circulars with my knit picks, which are my go-to be honest. And again, it is in a septet bag pattern, which fits handily in the big bag. I mean, it does take up most of the space, but there we are. So because I have little to no self-control and, you know, love setting myself in possible deadlines, a while ago I took my son to Hobbycraft. We like going it's just a fun day out going to Hobbycraft, isn't it? And he gets stickers. He also chose some yarn, which was like double the price of the yarn I bought my husband, but there we go. And it's beautiful yarn. And I've been back because I wanted same yarn but for me, but they didn't have enough in stock. So another jumper. So my husband and my child are going to have matching jumpers, but honestly, how beautiful is this yarn? Now this is 100% acrylic, but it is like, again, I think Aran weight, but it's thinner and thicker in some places. So this is like my current, this goes in my stash and go bag. So like if I'm in the car, I can have it with me. I can hang this up onto the rails and stuff. So I can knit on the go. If I'm in the waiting room, this is perfect in my bag as well, because I just take the handle off, so then the yarn just comes off the top really easily. And then I want to get back into cycling on the stationary bike because it'll help strengthen my ankle a bit. So I've been trying to do that for a little bit, and this fits really handily on the handlebars as well. And when I eventually get like a walking pad, I can start doing that in the evenings, because I do really want to start getting back into my fitness, but by doing little bits and either watching TV, so just sitting down and listening to my audiobooks. I've got quite a lot on the go. But this is a little bit excessive, right? I'll stand out short. So these are all my progress creepers to how much I get done each month, so I can just grab them. They actually need to get moved to the big bag. And then this design is just for me, right? Because I just like I have ideas and I have to make them. And so then I put all the holes in, and then you can see all my different stitch markers I have. So I've got yarn over. What else do I have on here? Another yarn over, a K2 tog. This is for sock knitting. It's how many stitches I cast on. These get attached to my sock bag, so I know all the maths for the sock, because I just knit vanilla socks. But like, you know, if you cast on 60 stitches, it's like 30 stitches for the heel, stuff like that. So I forget the number I cast on. So this, I've realised having all my information on stitch markers is the way I record my projects. So that is my little progress. And again, I got my this progress keeper here. So we will see. This genuinely has to get done this month though, because my son's birthday is in March. So this is going in this bag too. And in another project bag. Just have so many project bags. So this is a bag pattern I have coming. It's a perfect, it's called my jelly roll bag, and it's just for socks. Small project, so but the actual sock is a trainer sock, which I have elsewhere. I need to fix this pair of socks, which I made well over a year ago, because this one is, the toe is cast off in the wrong direction, so I need to take all this back and redo it. This was just made in just a really thick acrylic, an Aran white acrylic, so more like bed socks, like house socks. So I really want to get them done so I can have it off my mental to-do list. So I think that won't actually take that long. I just procrastinate and trying to pick up all the stitches again. So again, I just like making project bags. This is another project bag that me and my son share. I think he's forgotten about it. Look how beautiful it is. Then this one's got loads of socks. So this was my original 2 at a time socks. They're cuffed down. They're still on the go because I started other socks. So I need to get around and actually finish these. They will probably, again, just for winter for my son. So possibly we can make these slightly oversized, but I don't know if I cast on enough stitches. I think I cast on 40 stitches. But again, 2 at a time, and I'm enjoying the 2 at a time process. So they live in that little bag. And I think I stopped knitting on them because I've got to the heel. So they're made, I just want to see how much I can make with my 20-gram skeins of yarn. This sock, I got to the heel about 15 years ago, and I've made a few mistakes a few times with this, and so I need to actually finish that one. So that's on one set of needles, and then I realized I want to make them 2 at a time, so I'm trying to get the second sock. I've actually started the second sock and on 9-inch circulars. So these are now like my mindless socks because I have quite a lot to do before I can catch up, and I think if I have enough yarn, these will be for my husband as well, because it's not my colour scheme. But these are my socks I've had on the needle for the longest, so 15 years. I really want to get them done. And then because I have no self-control, I have my yarn cake, so again on my portable yarn holder. So I'm not entirely sure who this is going to be for, but as much as I like this, I think I would want to rip it out, I think, and make it with a smaller hook, because it's a little bit difficult to, it's very thin, it's very fine. It's a number 2 fine weight. So I think making this with a 4.5mm hook is a little bit excessive, even though that is what the pattern calls for. And it will give you this really lovely drapey knit. It's by Hobby, the Sultan shawl. And that is in this beautiful reversible project bag. Again, let's just try and see if I can shove that in there. We're nearly at the end, don't we? We're nearly there. And because I do have no self-control, and I absolutely adore, it's a hook, put that in there, adore these. Look, it's so beautiful, and I just love having all my project bags in use, to be honest. I started off this very simple granny square shawl. Again, this is 4 strands. It's not the easiest stuff to knit with, to crochet with, but it's easy and it's mindless. So when I'm in the mood for something like that, and I'm making that with this hook, and a 3.5mm hook for that one. So we'll see how much we progress in that, but it's not a real priority. So again, all of these are going to have my progress keepers on, and we will see in my March wrap up, my February wrap up video, what progress I have made, because this bag is bursting now, absolutely bursting full, and I would like to give it a little bit more space. So I'm going to take this back downstairs and we'll see what progress we make this month. But I think the only progress I will possibly make is on the jumpers, because I really am enjoying that, and when I enjoy something I really need to keep riding that enjoyment train and keep it going and not cast on any more jumpers. No more jumpers. Other things I want to get round to this month is sort of stocking out my knots and needles Notion shop a bit more. I have quite a few ideas and kind of finished projects. So my needle stoppers and my bobbins, I just need to sit down and make some up and do all the taking pictures and whatnot, and just slowly start building that shop out. It is making progress. It's slow progress, but again, I don't think I'd want to be inundated at the moment. I don't really have the capacity. So yes, that is something that's always ongoing, and with my sewing patterns as well, that's where I'm moving more towards this year. So yeah, that's quite a lot to be getting on with, to be fair. It is quite a lot to get on with. If you are interested in sort of the day-to-day minutiae of my life, I am starting to do some mini vlogs on shorts, reels, whatever you want to call them, short form vertical content, and they will start coming out soon, and I will just be doing it on Thursdays and Fridays. That's the days that I have available at the moment, and I just want to start getting in that process of actually picking up my camera and filming, especially what goes on behind the scenes, to be honest, because it's interesting to see what people get up to. So that will be on all my social medias, which you can follow below. Let me know what you're getting up to, please. I'm always interested to know what people are making, because everyone is so much more productive than I am, in all honesty. I will probably only get around to the baby stuff and some knitting this month, and I'll probably get around to cutting out the Trailblazer zip-up jacket gilet thing, but that's probably as far as I will actually get to. It's like 11:30 on a Thursday afternoon now, and I don't really have many more plans for the rest of the day, other than like editing, I think, just editing and filming. So like the actual making side of things isn't taking a priority today, but hopefully tomorrow, I have time tomorrow, I actually get around to doing some stuff. But it's hard to film and sew when I do really need music to keep me focused, and possibly some more lines main supplement. Maybe I'll go get that now to try and keep me focused. I do need to go to the library and get some books out though, but maybe I'll do that as a lunchtime thing. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week in whatever video I have planned. I have a plan. I don't necessarily actually stick to it, which I will be surprised. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.